Hi there, this is Carrie Freeman with the Wellness School. Hope everybody's doing great today. I'm actually coming to you from our home office slash bedroom here in Ladies Island, South Carolina. And I'm going to warn you up front, we may get interrupted. My 4-year-old's first day of preschool was today, and he is currently in his bedroom making a jetpack. And I'm not sure what he means by that, except that it required a lot of glue and some scissors and boxes and paper. So if something crazy goes on, then I'll just push the pause button. But for now, I needed him to be entertained so that I can talk to you about keeping it above the fold. Alright, so remember in the last video I referenced the newspaper from long ago that some people still refer to. Well, this is our local Beaufort Gazette. Okay, and if you see right here is the fold. So when you go to the newsstand or you get a paper out of one of those little convenient places right outside of the supermarket, of course the paper is always in there like this. And the editor will make sure that headlines are right here and everything important and how to get around and all of that kind of stuff is all right here so that the consumer can see what is going on and have things that catch their attention so that they'll actually buy the paper. If all of this were on this side, then you wouldn't be able to see it. And so you may think that there's not really anything worthwhile. Maybe you wouldn't even get the paper. So that's what it means by keeping it above the fold. Well, your website is just as important. You want to make sure that you have everything that's relevant and important above the fold. So I'm going to refer to my notes again like I always do. And some of the items that you need to make sure that you have above the fold are going to be your navigation. You don't want your navigation at the bottom, and really you don't even want it that far over to the side. It needs to be right there up at the top, again above the fold. And for websites, by the way, what that means is when you first go to the home page, you want your most important things right there without the reader having to scroll down. When the reader has to scroll down, then that's information that's below the fold, or if you had to flip the newspaper, it's information that would be below the fold on the newspaper. Some other things you want to make sure that are above the fold are going to be your opt-in box and your sign-up. You want to make sure that that's right up there in the top half of the page. Upper right-hand corner seems to be the place that most people tend to look to for sign-ups, purchasing, shopping cart. It's just where everyone's eye automatically and naturally goes is to the upper right-hand corner. That's really all that there is to tell you about keeping it above the fold. Is just make sure that your navigation, your sign-ups, the service you offer, things like that are kept above the fold. I did want to mention one other thing, abandoned sites. That's just another tip for you. One thing that you want to try to avoid, or you do want to avoid, is whenever a consumer or visitor goes to your site needs to be current. So if you know that you're not going to get to your site more than a couple of times a month, then you really want to refrain from putting dated material on the front of your site. Like if you have a blog, then it would probably be better for you to post that blog without a date. So let's say you were going to write something for today, 8/29/2011. Just don't put the date on there. That way if someone goes, then they can't tell, well, it's been a month since this person's posted, or it's been 2 weeks, or whatever. So make sure that you keep material about important things above the fold, and make sure that you're not carrying out an abandoned site. Alright, we'll have some more tips for you later. Thanks so much. Jetpack didn't interrupt us. Lucky us. You guys have a good afternoon. Bye-bye.